What's up, yogis? I'm Marissa. This is Moonbeams Yoga, and this is part 3 of our 4-part series on inversion prep and practice. And today we're going to be doing Pincha mayurasana, aka forearm stand. This is a really great one. It's a really good prep for handstand. A lot of times people try and go right into handstand really quickly because it seems like the end-all be-all of yoga poses and the coolest, but Pincha is a really great way to build strength and develop your balance so then you can more safely and easily start with your handstand practice. So take a deep breath in and let's begin. So today we're going to begin on the ground, a little bit similar to headstand practice. And remember, as another reminder, please be warmed up before you start this series. I'm not doing a warm-up first, but your spine should definitely be twisted out and really warm before you get started. And remember that the rest of your yoga practice is helping you get into these inversions because you're learning balance, you're getting strength in all parts of your body and core. So don't neglect the rest of your yoga practice by trying to do inversions over and over again. So yeah, keep that in mind. Your whole yoga practice is leading you towards inversions. So with that said, we're going to start with the hands here. As I was talking about in the very first video, hands are super important. So in our Pincha, I'm going to have flat hands on the ground because I think that this gives you a little bit more surface area to work with, and as you're finding your balancing point, you have this much more surface area and all of your fingertips to kind of balance into. So I think it's a lot easier, and that's the version that I'm going to teach you today. So in our Pincha, hands down, fingers super apart. Remember, your index fingers are going to be either at these 11 straight up and down or slightly external. In a handstand, obviously they would be shoulder width distance or a little bit more. But for this Pincha, just going to bring the thumbs together like this, down onto the ground. Yep, index fingers still straight forward. Gripping with your hands. Gripping. So we really want to feel them suction cupped into the ground right there. And then your elbows are going to come down. One mistake that I see in headstand and Pincha is that the elbows come too far apart like this or too close together. Can't be like that either. So you want this kind of close together triangle, maybe a little closer than you think it should be, but not crazy close. So yeah, a little bit of a close triangle, not too far apart. Fingertips are pushing into the mat to where your middle knuckles are almost rising up. And that way you can really feel into your forearms and your fingers are gripping all the way through. Cool. So coming up into our first Pincha prep, kind of like in headstand, we're just going to come into a dolphin pose. Maybe yours looks different. Maybe your toes are off the ground, your feet are a little bit further back. Either way, we're just going to practice breathing here and getting comfortable with being in this position. And once you feel your breathing's equalized here, we're going to take our rebound pose, come into child. Super important. Make sure to let your neck relax. All right. And then coming back up, hands are in the same place. Thumbs together, fingertips pushing into the mat, elbows pushing in. Come back into your dolphin. And this time we're just going to do some leg raises. So you're just going to lift up one leg, point your toe, and back down. And take a few of those on each side. Can link breath to movement. Inhale to rise your leg up. Exhale, back down. One more each side. And back down. Let's take that child's pose. Feel free to stay as long as you want in child's pose, but when you're ready, back up into dolphin, going into the next level. And this time, leg lift and then point off your bottom foot. And we're just gonna switch off, 3 on each side. So point your top, point off, little tiny baby hop, 2 more each side. Make sure to point your bottom foot. That's how it's lifting you off. Yeah, and this time, you can walk the hands up, take a forward fold. Forward fold or child's will work as a nice rebound pose. Let your back lengthen out. Really important to do between every single time that you do an extended pincha or a handstand for more than a couple of breaths. We really want to let the body relax down. That way you're not accumulating any tension in your shoulders or neck. Really important to preventing injuries. Please don't ignore this part of the process. And let yourself unwind for another breath. You can slowly walk yourself back out into dolphin. And coming into our final prep, you're just going to try and lift off. And catch some more air time. You can start to gaze forward. And if you want, final variation, coming into Pincha. And always ending in a child's pose or a forward fold. I really hope that this video was helpful on getting you to your Pincha. You're not expected to make it to the final variation in this short video, but all the steps are there for you to take you the whole way. Even if you can just hang out in dolphin pose and slowly start to walk your feet closer and closer to your hands, that's a really good place to start. Or even just really tapping into your hands and just starting to slowly send the weight forward. It's all about just playing and becoming more and more comfortable and familiar with where you're shifting your weight in your body and slowly starting to get comfortable shifting weight into your hands. And it just comes with time, muscle memory, muscle repetition, and practice. So you might as well get started now and have fun with it. So thank you so much for taking this video. Please share it with your friends, like and subscribe to my channel, and just know that I'm sending you love. Namaste.